Hello again, it's Rob. I'm at the 2021 Skaneateles Antique Boat Show in water with all the real full-size boats, and we have a big model display here. And I want to show you 4 of these scratch-built antique boats built by a builder, Greg. And he's going to tell us a little bit about each boat. So we're going to look at the Lockpat 2 first here. And Greg, go ahead, tell us a little bit about that boat, please.
Well, the original boat is still in existence today. It's 40 feet long. So this is a 1/8 scale model, 5 feet long. The original boat was built in 1931. It was designed by John Hacker and it was owned by Dick Locke, who lived on Harson's Island in Michigan, and he wanted to commute across Lake St. Clair to his office in downtown Detroit. It has an experimental aircraft engine in it, and the original boat delivered the specified 65 miles an hour that he required in the contract. Being built in the depths of the Depression, the boat was very important to the Hacker Boat Company because these are very much a luxury item, and they didn't have any other work going on in their shop, so they had like 2 shifts working on the original boat for 5 months to complete the project. The original boat's gone through a number of hands and is still in good condition today, owned by Lee Anderson, who lives in Florida and in Minnesota. The boat itself, the model, took about 2 years for me to build. It's plank-on frame construction with mahogany, and all of the fittings are handmade either from brass or copper and then plated by me. It's radio controlled and delivers a scale performance on the water, similar to the appearance of the original boat.
Awesome, thanks Greg. Let's take a look at the next model here. This is the model of Thunderbird, which is a full-size boat out on Lake Tahoe today. And Greg had the opportunity to go see the real boat, and he'll tell us a little bit about this boat.
Well, this is another John Hacker design, as are all of my models. This design was built in the Huskin Boat Works boatyard up in Bay City, Michigan in 1939 for George Patel, who owned the entire east shore of Lake Tahoe at the time. And he specified some of the features that you see on this boat. The cabin mirrors the fuselage of an aircraft. At that time, he had a private plane, which was a DC-2 called Thunderbird, and he's trying to replicate the aircraft experience. It has twin controls in the cockpit and twin controls midships for docking. And again, that's a throwback to the aircraft theme. The boat was finished up and did sea trials on the Saginaw River, and then it was placed on a rail car and shipped across the country to Lake Tahoe. And it has been at Lake Tahoe ever since, with the exception of 2 years that it was located in San Francisco Bay. The boat has gone through several owners, notably Bill Hara of Harris Casinos and Automotive Museum in Reno, Nevada, who modified the boat significantly from the midships back and opened it up, made it much more of a party boat. And he also installed some larger engines. He installed some 1,500 horsepower Allison engines from a P-38 World War II fighter. Converted the interior as well to give it a bit of a party theme, and he called it his 70-mile-an-hour cocktail lounge.
Nice, beautiful model, Greg. Let's take a look at the next one here. This is called Evangeline, and Greg's going to tell us a little bit about Evangeline.
Well, Evangeline is, again, another John Hacker design. This was for his friend Henry Ford, who used it primarily as a commuter from his home, which backed up to the Rouge River in Detroit. And from the Rouge River, he was able to get from his boatyard at the back of Fairlane Manor out to the Detroit River and ultimately to Lake St. Clair and the Great Lakes and beyond. He had a large yacht that he kept on Lake St. Clair, and so he used this boat to travel to and from the yacht, as well as for personal use and a bit of also as a boat to sort of participate in the racing events that the Ford family was involved in at the time, not as a race boat, but as a boat, as a committee boat and that type of thing. The boat is named Evangeline after Henry Ford's mistress, and there's a long story associated with that I won't go into, but if you're interested in that story, it's captured in a book called The Secret Life of Henry Ford. The boat was ultimately given to Evangeline Dollinger, his mistress, and her husband. It traveled through a number of hands, and then in 2015 it was completely refurbished. Actually, in 2015, that was the end of about a 25-year restoration. So the boat was completely refurbished. And the boat today is owned by a Canadian collector, and it's in excellent condition. This model was constructed from measurements taken from the original boat.
Awesome, thanks Greg. And we're going to look at one more here, and this is a very unique boat because this boat was built after a full-size boat that's actually here today at the boat show. It's called Black Witch, and Greg's going to tell us a little bit about this boat.
Well, Black Witch is also a unique hacker design, but we don't have as much specific information about the origins of the boat. From the construction of the boat, it's evident that the boat was built for speed. It's got a very lightweight construction, likely used both for racing and also for bootlegging liquor across the St. Lawrence. As I said, the boat history is a little bit sketchy, but we learn about it from Sid Marsden, who is the current owner. He received this boat as a birthday gift when he was in high school, and he spent a number of years rebuilding the boat to its current condition. It's a 26-foot boat, and he and his family have used it for many years for daily boating and enjoyment. But it is a fun boat to ride in, and Sid is a modeling enthusiast as well, and Sid has also participated in this build by manufacturing a number of the fittings that we are looking at here. This boat took about a year and a half to build.
All right, great. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate all your efforts, and thanks for coming to the show. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and have a great day.